Hello and welcome. You're listening to the Dungeon Speak podcast, a D&D campaign based on Greek mythology. My name is Todd, and I will be the DM for this adventure. Now the players will say hello themselves.
Hey guys, I'm Dimitris, and I'm playing Castor the Druid.
Hey, I'm Kevin, and I will be playing Malachi.
Hello, my name is Becca, and I play Kiriki.
Hi, my name is Magda, and I'm going to be playing Nephali.
And now, how about a little story about a mother that some people have forgotten about? Long before he ever thought of himself as a god of hunting, Aristeus learned how to make himself useful. He had survived that way. Useful to shepherds, useful to olive growers, useful to beekeepers, useful to cheesemakers, who prayed for milk not to sour and wheels not to rot in the cellar. He was the quiet answer to humble needs, a god of ripening groves, patient hives, grazing flocks, and practical labor. Men thanked Zeus for storms, and Apollo for light, and Athena for wisdom. But in the corner of the countryside, when olive branches bent heavy and wax combs dripped gold, they sometimes thanked Aristeus. It should have been enough. For many years he told himself that it was. But there are wounds that do not close simply because time passes over them. He had never forgiven Artemis, not truly. Not for his son torn apart beneath the jaws of his hounds, transformed into a stag and punished under her cold moon for trespass that should have never ended in such horror. Others called it divine justice. Aristeus remembered only a father's loss and the sick helplessness of knowing a god more favored than he decided what his child was worth. And that was not the only stain on his name. There was Eurydice. There would always be Eurydice. However poets softened it, however priests rearranged it, however bards chose where to place blame, Aristeus knew the shape of that old story better than anyone. He had pursued her. She had fled. A serpent had struck. She had died. And because she died, Orpheus descended into the underworld with songs so full of grief that even stone listened. The world remembered Orpheus as tragic and beautiful. It remembered Eurydice as lost. It remembered Aristeus as the cause. A careless god, an unwanted pursuer, a name followed by mutters. He had endured being lesser. He had endured being useful. He had endured being remembered not for orchard and honey and skill, but for death. Over the last month, however, a thought had begun to bloom in him, slow at first, then poisonous. Artemis was gone. At first it had been rumor, a late sacrifice unanswered, a temple candle that would not relight, a priestess whose prayer found no sign, a hunt that should have been blessed instead returned bloody and empty-handed. 1 sanctuary could be dismissed, 2 coincidence, 3 discomfort. But Aristeus was not a fool, and unlike many bright-blooded Olympians, he knew how to listen to the silence in small places. He traveled. He went to high shrines where doe skulls hung in the trees and silver arrows were left at moonlit altars. He climbed mountain temples where young women trained in quiet discipline beneath old cypress boughs. He visited remote caverns where wild girls with ash on their cheeks swore themselves to chastity, the bow, and the moon. He crossed valleys, islands, ravines, and sacred groves, wearing humility like a cloak and asking gentle questions. Everywhere he found the same thing. No answer. No sign in the deer trails, no blessing in the moonlight, no dream from the goddess, no whisper in the leaves. The lady of the hunt had not merely turned away, she was absent. Something in Aristeus came alive. At first, it looked like ambition. Then, very quickly, it became hunger. He stood one evening beneath a moonlit fig tree outside an old temple in Arcadia, listening to a priestess recite Artemis's name in a silence that never was answered, and he felt something harden within him. Why should her title remain empty? Why should all those bows, all those rites, all those voices, All those sanctuaries remained unclaimed simply because the daughter of Zeus had vanished. Was hunting not older than moonlight, older than Artemis, older than Olympus itself? Had he not ranged the wild hills? Had he not taught tracking, trapping, and care of hounds, the reading of hoof and claw and weather? Had he not known the countryside in all its blood and stillness while others sat on peaks of cloud and marble? The old humiliations pressed upward in him like roots under stone. He thought of Actaeon's torn body. He thought of Eurydice's dead feet in the grass. He thought of every dismissive glance from brighter gods. No more, he decided. If Artemis was gone, then hunting would not remain masterless. It would become his. So Aristeus stepped into her temples. He did not arrive in thunder. That was not his way. He came in daylight, mild face, golden-haired, laurel brow, carrying a handsome hunter's spear or a polished bow. He spoke softly. He told the huntress and priestesses that Artemis had withdrawn for reasons beyond mortal understanding, that the goddess had entrusted him to overseeing the sacred discipline and the wild until her return. He smiled with the confidence of divine blood and used just enough truth to make the lie believable. Some listened politely and refused. Some did not even disguise their contempt. Some bowed only to the absent Artemis and said they would rather be abandoned than faithless. A few, uncertain and frightened by the silence they had endured for weeks, wavered. Aristeus marked their faces. Then he left. And by night he came back. He entered not as a patron, but as a curse. In one mountain temple, the priestess woke in pain like knives of white fire behind their eyes. One by one, vision vanished into blackness. Then hearing followed, not into silence, but into a shrieking prison where the only sound that remained was the echo of their own terror. They could not hear each other's hands clawing for comfort. They could not hear prayers. They could not hear the wind, only the endless looping scream within their own minds. In another grove sanctuary, a circle of young huntresses found themselves struck deaf and blind at dawn, staggering through pine needles and moonflowers, certain that the wrath of Artemis had fallen upon them for some hidden impurity. Aristeus returned by day, gray-faced and radiant. He told them he had pleaded on their behalf. He told them he might heal them if they submitted. He told them the hunt must endure, and that Artemis, in her distant will, now required obedience through him. Most rejected him even then. Blind and deaf, trembling and broken, they kept their loyalty to the goddess who did not answer. Some sat upright in ruined silence, hands folded on their knees, refusing his touch. Some turned their faces towards where they imagined Artemis's moon would be, and accepted suffering with stoic, terrible dignity. But some broke. Some let fear win. Some bent the knee to Aristeus, not out of love, but desperation. And Aristeus took their vows with careful solemnness, all while something uglier than grief and sharper than ambition loomed behind his eyes. He began to dress more like a hunter-lord. He stood more proudly in the shrines. He accepted offerings once laid beneath Artemis's statues. He was beginning to believe himself. But truth survives in strange places. One of the old sphinxes had seen him. It had been perched for several days on a broken rise of stone overlooking one of the remote temples, a creature of old intelligence, leonine and winged, with a woman's face made severe by centuries of seeing too much. Sphinxes knew patterns. They watched lies harden into crimes. They were riddles made flesh, and knowledge clung to them like scent to a hound. It saw Aristeus bring false comfort. It saw the priestesses clawing blind in the moonlit dirt. It saw the fear. It saw the lie. And though the Sphinx did not speak, Aristeus saw it watching. Their eyes met only once. That was enough. The Sphinx did not leave. Perhaps it believed that knowledge itself protected it. Perhaps it had seen too many arrogant young gods rise and fall to trouble itself over one more. Perhaps it intended to carry what it knew elsewhere in its own time. It never got the chance. That night Aristeus came like a thief. No heralds. No bright pronouncement. No holy decree. Only a god moving quietly beneath stars, bitterness in his chest and murder in his hands. The Sphinx slept in the ruins of an old court, wings draped over itself, ancient face turned toward the moon. Aristeus stood over it for a long moment, breathing lightly, staring at the creature older than many cities and knowing full well what all beings of wisdom knew. Sphinxes were tied to echidna. Not in the shallow way mortals speak of lineage, but in a deeper, stranger current. What passed into the knowing of such children did not vanish cleanly at death. Echoes remained, blood remembered, knowledge sought its source. He hesitated, not because he pitied it, because part of him understood what killing it would mean. Then he drove the blade down. The Sphinx woke only long enough to choke on blood and recognition. Aristeus killed it there in its sleep, amid ancient broken stones and silver light, and as its life fled, the knowledge it carried rippled outward through old, monstrous bonds. Far away, beneath the earth, Echidna stirred, not with words at first, with impressions. A god's face in the moonlight, a false smile in a sacred place, women blinded, women deafened, lies wearing holiness, a child of her slain in secret sleep, Aristeus. In the dark of her cave home, Echidna opened her eyes. The memory came to her not like sight, but like blood answering blood. Her vast body tightened along the stone. Coils slid over the cavern floor. Her monstrous heart, which had already known too much loss across too many ages, took in its new offense with a silence more dangerous than a scream. A Sphinx had died. One of hers, not in battle, not hunted openly, murdered for knowing. And through the child's death last knowing, Echidna understood enough. An Olympian was stealing through deceit, punishing the innocent, feeding on absence, trying to make himself a god of what was not his. She knew his face now. She knew his scent. And somewhere above, the same god had already begun planning for her. Aristeus was clever enough to be frightened. Once the Sphinx died, his fear sharpened. He knew the old stories. He knew that Echidna was no mere beast in a cave, no oversized terror waiting for some polished hero to strike her down. She was older than many divine titles. She was the womb of monstrosities, the dark mother from whom nightmares once came breathing into this world, Typhon's wife, the first shelter of things the gods hated. If she came for him now, before he had secured enough worship, enough ground, enough fear in others to make them useful, he would die. So, he searched for another hand to move first. Northward, he learned, demons were on the move. Large packs, vanguards, scouting predators ranging farther than usual, slinking toward new caverns and broken places. They would pass near Echidna's underground domain. Aristeus did not go to them openly. He did not dare stand before such things and parley. Instead, he used sleep. When one scout that was horned and fiendish lay half buried in the stone shadow, mind wandering through abyssal dreams of flesh and fear, Aristeus touched the edges of that dreaming mind and seeded with it an image. A cave, hidden, softly lit, filled with defenseless Greeks, mothers clutching children, old men too weak to run, young women praying. No soldiers, no champions, no wards, only easy prey. He layered the illusion richly, making the dream feel warm with mortal terror, making it feel like a discovered horde of living souls. He let the demon carry the false memory back to the army. And thus the assault came. The demons descended on Arachne's cavern, believing they would find helpless flesh. Instead, they found the mother of monsters, her lair, her fury, and the children she had hidden from a hateful world. What followed was the slaughter, stone breaking, fire and screams, Echidna unleashing the elemental devastation in her grief and wrath, demons torn apart by fang and claw and quake, the cavern becoming a war-torn tomb, and when it was over, victory tasted only of ash. Because the demons had reached what mattered. Because blood still cooled on the stone. Because despite everything she was, despite her age, her size, her strength, the force in her that collapsed the caverns and rend fiends by the score, She had not been enough to save the last of her babies. The last little sphinx laid in her arms. Its wings were too small still, soft, not yet strong enough to bear any true weight. Its leonin body barely rose now with the shallow remains of breath. Echidna cradled it in agonizing care, lowering her massive head until her brow almost touched the child's. All around them, the cavern groaned with settling ruin. Her nursery had become a battlefield. Charred demon corpses smoked in heaps. Blood flowed between cracks in the stone. Fragments of bone and broken horn lay beneath collapsed shelves of rock. Her own scales were split in places, divine blood hissing where it touched hot stone. Steam curled from her body. Her hair of serpents hung low and still, as if they mourned. The baby made one final weak sound. Echidna's throat tightened so hard it hurt.
No.
And for a moment her voice did not sound like a force of nature. It sounded only like a mother.
No, little one. No. Stay.
But the child's body slackened. The last tiny weight of life left it. Echidna froze. The whole cavern seemed to hold its breath with her. Then, from somewhere down the fractured passages, she heard it. Light footsteps. Careful. Measured. Trying not to be heard. Not a demon. Not one of her children. A god moving like a thief. Very gently. So gently that it seemed impossible that those mountain-breaking hands belonged to the same being who had destroyed an army minutes before. Echidna lowered her baby onto the stone of torn furs and broken cloth. Then she rose. Aristeus came around the corner with a divine weapon in hand. He had expected ruin, yes, but a useful ruin. A battlefield that had done a part of his work for him. A weakened monster. A mother exhausted, perhaps bleeding out, perhaps desperate enough to bargain. In his hands was a radiant hunting weapon. A golden bow slung ready, a blade at his hip, sunlight caught in every polished edge. He stepped forward with the bright arrogance of a god trying to convince himself that he still controlled the moment. Then he saw her fully. Saw she was wounded, yes. Saw she was exhausted, yes. But also saw that exhaustion was standing up. Echidna turned toward him through smoke and dim firelight, towering in grief, scales dark with blood. Eyes like molten gold dragged from the center of the earth. Her serpentine body coiled across the shattered cavern floor in loops broad as siege engines. Elemental power still flickered in the cracks of the stone around her, answering her heartbeat. Aristeus realized too late that he had entered a tomb not as an executioner, but as the next corpse. Still he drew the golden bow. He tried for dignity. "Terror of the night," he declared, though his voice had already thinned. "Your bloodline ends here." Echidna stared at him, not with confusion, not with surprise, with recognition. She knew him, not from rumor, not from prayer, not from heraldry, from the dying memory of the sphinx he had murdered. Her lip peeled back from her fangs. Then she moved. Her tail struck first. It came not as a sweeping animal lash, but like a falling pillar. It hit the golden bow with such force that the divine weapon ripped from Aristeus' hands and spun across the cavern in a bright arc before smashing against stone and vanishing into rubble. The crack of it rang like a verdict. Before he could blink, before he could even turn fully toward where the weapon had gone, Echidna was on him. Her face filled his world. Heat rolled off of her. Blood, stone dust, ancient fury. Her eyes were wet with tears he had not earned the right to see. One clawed hand seized his shoulder. The other struck. He flew sideways and crashed through a jagged shelf of rock. The cavern thundered. Echidna was there before the debris finished falling. She caught him by the throat, hauled him upright, and drove her fist into his ribs with a sound like snapped branches beneath deep snow.
"I was a wife."
The words came through clenched grief, low and poisonous. Aristeus coughed blood. She hit him again. A backhand across the face so brutal it spun him to the ground. Teeth and blood scattered over the stone.
"I was a mother."
He tried to scramble, tried to roll, tried to reach for the spear at his back. Her tail whipped across the floor and took his legs out from under him with bone-cracking force. He hit hard. Breath blasted from him. Echidna loomed over him, shadow swallowing divine glow.
You killed my children.
The coils of her body came down on his chest, not enough to crush him at once, enough to pin him there, enough to let him feel every pound of what stood over him. Aristeus gasped and shoved at her scales, panic beginning to break through the remains of pride. "You are a monster!" The slap that silenced him was almost contemptuous. It split his lip, turned his head, and drove one side of his face bloody against the rock.
You imprisoned my husband.
Her voice broke on the word husband, and the break in it was more terrible than the fury. It was not rhetoric. It was not a threat. It was memory made audible. Typhon, chained and buried and hated by Olympus. Typhon, from whom all gods had once fled. Typhon, whose children had been hunted into legend and extinction. Aristeus tried to summon light into his palm. A weak flare of divine force sputtered there. Echidna crushed his wrist beneath her hand until he screamed.
You stole from the absent.
She bent low, teeth bared inches from his face, and slammed him back into the stone with enough force to crater it.
You punished the faithful.
He writhed, and she struck him again, open-handed this time, with a violence that snapped his head sideways and left one eye swelling shut.
You murdered one of mine in its sleep.
The cavern seemed to answer her, rocks shivering loose from above. Aristeus found enough breath to cry out, "I did what Olympias would have done!" Something in Echidna's face changed. Not softened, clarified. As if the last veil over her hatred had been pulled clean away. She grabbed him by the hair and lifted him part way from the ground, his feet scraping uselessly over broken stone.
That is why Olympus will burn.
Then she drove him spine first into a jut of rock so hard that the stone split under him. Aristeus made a wet, choking sound. His limbs no longer moved correctly. One arm hung wrung. Blood ran from his nose, his mouth, his ear. He was alive only because Echidna was letting him remain so, and he understood that too. This was not a fight. This was a judgment. He tried once more, out of instinct, more than courage, to gather a divine power and speak a hunter's curse. Echidna's claw closed around his jaw before he could finish the first word. Her grip tightened. Her eyes never left his. And then, quieter somehow, but more terrible than all before,
I will get revenge for my husband and my children, and kill all Olympians.
Silence followed. Not because the cavern was quiet. It still hissed with heat and shifting stone, but because those words had in them the weight of a vow. Not a mad threat, a vow. Aristeus tried to plead then. He truly did. Whatever scraps of status, beauty, and divinity remained around him fell away, and beneath them he was only a terrified lesser god who had reached too far and misjudged an ancient grief. He tried to say he could make amends. He tried to say he had only wanted what was denied him. He tried to say he, too, had suffered. Echidna did not care. She took him by the head. One hand on the crown, one hand on the jaw. For a moment she simply held him there, looking into his ruined face as if memorizing it for the long hatred to come. Then she began to pull, slowly. Aristeus screamed. It was not the scream of a warrior slain in glory. It was a raw, animal, horrified sound, echoing uselessly through the blood-soaked nursery where he had come expecting conquest. Divine sinew stretched, bone cracked, blood sheeted down her arms. His hands beat weakly against her wrists, then weaker still. Echidna's face did not change. No smile, no pleasure. Only the terrible steadiness of a mother who had buried too many children. With a final wrench, she tore his head free. The body collapsed in a twitching ruin at her coils. For several breaths, the only sound was blood dripping from stone to stone. Then Echidna turned away. She found an old leather sack among the cavern wreckage. Once used for carrying meat or hides, now blackened and half buried. She shook the dust from it, opened it, and placed Aristius' severed head inside of it with the same cold care another creature might use to put away a tool, not as a trophy, as a message, as proof, as the first. She tied the sack shut and held it with one clawed hand. Then she went back to her child. The last baby sphinx lay where she had set it down, small and still amid all the ruin. Echidna lowered herself beside it, vast body curling protectively around the tiny form, as though shelter still mattered after death. With trembling fingers she brushed blood from its face. Her serpents bowed their heads. The elemental fury in the cavern dimmed to a low ache, like a storm receding only because there was nothing left to strike.
Sleep.
She said it to the child. She said it to the dead. She said it perhaps to the part of herself that had once wanted only darkness, privacy, husband, children, and peace. But sleep would not come, not for her. When at last Echidna rose again, she did so slowly, carrying the bag that held the head of Aristius and leaving behind the last softness in her. The demons still moved across Greece. Olympus still stood. Her husband was still imprisoned. Her children were still hunted, and now the first Olympian had died for it. She began to slither from the cave, through smoke and broken stone, into the long tunnels leading upward. As she moved, the earth shifted around her, making way. Cracks spread in her wake. Dust fell from ceilings. In places, fire glimmered beneath the rock like buried wrath. By dawn, rumors would begin. A temple god missing. A hunter lord vanished. A curse in the wild places. A head taken. But Echidna did not care for rumors. She had a war to wage, not because she loved slaughter, not because she was evil, but because every grief had finally found its name, Olympus. And as she vanished into the deep roads of the earth, carrying the first severed head in a rough leather bag, the old world itself seemed to understand that something had changed. A mother had stopped hiding, and the gods, though they did not know it yet, had already begun to die.
Hello, my name is Becca, and you are listening to the Dungeon Speak podcast.
Is there any sort of ladder leading outside so that Nefeli could get onto a roof?
No, there are no ladders leading to any of the roofs in this town, just onto like a small ledge for the palisade walls on the inside of it, so that archers can shoot down.
What do you suggest?
I can get you up to one of the roofs.
Our friend Castor has a way with making people, getting people where they need to go.
Okay.
Just let it happen. Don't fight it when it does.
What's the thing to say?
I feel like resisting would lead to a problem in getting where you need to go. I'm just trying to be careful. This woman doesn't know how we act, okay? Like, we're trying to get used to this.
We're usually better at this, I promise.
We're not. Don't lie to her.
What?
Malachi peeks out the door to see if he can spot where the demons currently are outside.
Make a perception check.
Oh yeah, my famously great perception checks. I will do that.
Could I tap Malachi with guidance to help him?
Yeah, you kind of see him looking around outside the door and see you touch him on his butt. You kind of slap him and you say, "Get him, champ."
That adds a D4 to my roll, correct?
Yep.
What's
Okay.
the guiding word? What do you say? Like, go.
Go get him, tiger.
It's a tiger. Anyways. That's a 17 total for Malachi.
7.
Sorry, we're rolling stealth, right?
No, perception.
I'm peeking
sorry.
first.
Ah, okay.
So with your perception, you can hear the heavy footfalls of them, the moving in the grass and stuff like that. And you know that on the south side, close to the corner of the building, there is one, but you don't hear the other one.
Okay. Malachi is going to crouch a bit and kind of slowly... Are the doors currently still open or are they closed?
They're open.
Okay. He's going to crouch a little bit in the doorway and wait for his party to kind of group up behind him and then begin sneaking out.
All right. Since you used the word sneaking, we're rolling some stealth checks. So if you would please, everybody who would like to roll stealth. You don't have to, but just in case.
Roll with +10 for pass without trace.
Thank you, sir.
I rolled a 3.
All right, guys. So stealth checks, what did you get?
Malachi got a 27.
That's pretty good.
Nephili, the same.
Castor?
Yeah, Castor got a 16.
Nice.
He's
and
trying.
Kiriki.
Kirky got a 29.
Okay, I'm just going to close the calculator. There's no point in doing the math. Their passive perception is 14. So, I think
I
you're okay.
theoretically would have had to roll a natural 1 in order to be seen by them.
What is your bonus with the +10?
14.
So you, no matter what, would pass, because even with a 1, you'd sub 15.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous, but it's fine. So yes, you guys are stealthy AF, and you are able to sneak down to the south side of the temple, or go north, whichever one you want to go. And if you peek around the corner, then you can easily see that right around the corner, roughly 20, 25 feet from the corner itself, is one of these demons, and a little bit further down, about 50 feet, is another one. He seems to be looking at the river, and every now and then he'll pick up something and throw it, and at one point you see him pick up a stick, and he throws it and only goes a halfway, and then he looks like mad at the stick.
Your fault.
Fucking stick.
These demons are so bored. Let's put them out of
Like
their
a
misery.
cat.
I'm sorry?
Like a cat.
Yeah.
Angry
Yeah.
at something that was of their fault.
Exactly. So they don't seem to notice you. The one nearest the temple is watching the other one every now and then he'll look towards the sky and he'll stretch.
Mm-hmm.
But you're pretty sure that if you wanted to do a surprise round, you could. I'm not saying that you should. This is not me trying to hint some shit.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I have a question.
I have an answer. Probably not.
Considering there are no ladders and no, access to the rooftops, and I imagine that Castor is planning on somehow magically transporting Nephili. Nephili, as a storm sorcerer, has this neat little thing that after she casts a spell, she can fly up as a bonus action.
Mm-hmm.
Could I just, zap some shocking grasp without a target and then fly up onto the rooftop?
What the fuck? That's some crazy sounding shit. Unless it says otherwise, then the answer is yes.
Okay.
Oh.
My apologies. As a bonus action, you can cause gusts of air to surround you before or after you cast a spell of first level or higher that allows you to fly up to 10 feet without provoking opportunity attacks. And Shocking Grasp is only a cantrip, so instead I will use a first level healing word on myself, and then use it to fly up onto the rooftop overlooking the demons. Would that be possible?
Okay, yeah, fly up to 10 feet. Yeah, you can get to the roof. I would say it's almost exactly 10 feet high. So as soon as you healing word yourself, you bloop, go right up on the roof and just take a little light step, and you guys see her. A little gust of wind comes as she touches herself, and she's on the roof.
And I'm gonna stay sneaky.
Okay.
I looks over his shoulder and does like a double take as she takes away to the sky.
As you have cast a spell and done some shit, I need you to re-roll your stealth check. And since you have not moved your token on roll 20, you or Becca, I will need you to do it without the plus 10.
All right, where did everyone else move?
Zoom in.
We're down here.
Yeah.
Oh, I see you.
Okay. So we are going to pretend you're on the roof, but Magda, please use your token like you're on the map. You'll just be on the roof, and then part of the stealth check is you crouching down or maybe even getting on your stomach to get over there.
Yeah.
All right, so what is your new stealth check, Miss Roofy?
Okay.
You. It's 21.
Alrighty. So they still have not noticed you. You are on the roof with a height perspective. Castor is about 10 feet behind Malachi around this corner, and Kiriki is on his shoulder. I'm assuming swords drawn.
Yes. Malachi slowly pulls out the sword of Persephone, looks out at the demons straight ahead of him, somewhat closest to them, looks back at Kiriki, gives a slight nod, and then is going to take that surprise action, that surprise round, rush this motherfucker.
All right. Everybody roll initiative, please. Castor, initiative. What'd you get?
19.
Ooh, somebody's starting out hot. Nefeli, how did you do?
I was sleeping for 2 days.
15.
I'm sorry, you said 16?
15.
15. Okie dokie. Kiriki.
I also got a 15, but I think I'm more dexterous.
I don't know. It seems unlikely.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kiriki's bonus is higher.
Alrighty. Malachi, how'd you do?
22.
Damn, son.
He
I
was
know
ready
you're
for this
shocked, but you are going to go first. So, the surprise round. You're up. Please
shit. All right.
take your turn.
Malachi, sword low, kind of still sprints up to this demon, still low to the ground, kind of almost his forward, like his body is pushing at a forward momentum, so he's almost leaning forward as he runs. And then he's going to take 2 swings with his sword as soon as he hits this guy with a 24 for the first attack.
Ooh. Yeah, 24 will hit.
Excellent. And the second swing is an 18.
And 18 will also hit. And like I told Kessler earlier, these guys do look like some demons you've never seen before. They look kind of humanoid, but at the same time, their skin has like seaweed kelp on it. It's like shriveled a little bit. They got the orange, yellow glowing eyes, the horns coming up on it. And then they have chains with what looks like some kind of sharp implement at the end of it.
Cool. So this guy's going to take 60 points of damage.
Fuck me.
12 of that is necrotic, if it matters.
Nope.
As Malachi rushes forward in this low state, he gets up to the demon, kind of slides a little bit as he reaches him, and then just takes his sword with a heavy slash across its back, slash like from shoulder to hip, and he brings the sword back around and stabs it right into the side as he pulls his blade out. And yeah, how's that fucker looking?
Bloodied. You cut him, and he looks shocked as fuck. Like he was looking up at the sky. So you have just a clear shot to his chest, guts, ribcage, everything. Then he just looks down in shock, or he's starting to, and you just see black blood spill out all over the ground in front of him.
Sick. That's it for Malachi's surprise round.
All right, Castor, it is your turn. You are about 5-10 feet from away from the corner. You can poke around there. If you poke a little bit further, you're going to see another one about 50 feet down. Do you want to throw a stick at him?
Hit him with the bush of God.
This the bush of God.
That has fire damage in this game. Sorry.
Do I already like the whole thing with the shield? Is it something we will do in the future, or do we think I did it like during my rest and stuff?
Have you done it? I didn't hear you do it.
Well, we're still in the negotiation part. That's why I was asking: is it supposed to have happened already, or is it something to be done in the future?
No, I don't want to waste that scene. I want you to say it. I want you to describe it. I want to see this. So no, it hadn't happened yet.
All right.
But my popcorn's ready for whenever you do it.
Well, I don't want to waste anything for these fellers, so I will do the infamous Castor Bonk. I will go.
Yeah.
So I will go close. I will cast Lele, and then I will attack the one that Malachi is attacking as well. Pile up.
All right.
Stormhouse done. It is plus 17 total.
That hits.
Oh,
Hell yeah.
and
Castor
then do
bonk.
a whopping 12 points of damage.
Please kill him. Please kill him.
That is not going to kill it, but it is decently low in hit points already. Like, this is retarded.
Just want that blunt force trauma of death, you know? That's all I wanted.
Yeah, I mean, you hit him, and whenever you do that, you see like a barnacle fall off of him, and he looks down at the barnacle and his blood, and then looks back up at you just in shock.
Yeah, just pick up the staff and hit him with the butt of the stuff like that bottom part. How about the
Kirky, it is your turn. He is still alive. He's not doing great, but he's still alive.
Kiriki like darts up beside Castor and like jabs both swords into this dude.
Get him.
Stab, stab.
Pretty much. Lots of stabbing.
We're just a stabby little gang.
Do you want me to tell you your goal number here?
Sure.
All right. He has 30 hit points left.
I don't know if I can do 30.
I think you did
I just
30
want
before.
to put this out there that Nefeli was rescued by us. We walk out the temple to surprise this, and then 3 maniacs charge at a demon. Like this old man and these 2 demon-looking warriors. It's like we're mugging him.
We make an impression, that's for sure.
I mean, in your defense, she did gouge the other one's eyes out.
Yeah, I was about to say that compared to Nefeli's introduction, she looks totally sane right now.
Just wait. It gets worse. So I rolled... Yeah, I definitely cannot roll 30 points of damage because I rolled an 18.
Hit.
For the first hit. So I'm going to go ahead and do that damage, and then we'll talk about what happened afterwards.
We get 2 more attacks after that.
Yeah, we'll talk about it later.
Okay.
That's 10 points of slashing damage, and the next attack, Kiriki rolled a 1, a natural 1.
Oh.
So
Golly
that's why I
gee
said we'll
dang.
talk about it. So that's a 99. What happened?
Oh,
Something
girl,
really bad,
why
I
would you
hope.
do that? That's, oh, fuck.
Was it 99? Oh, no!
It's very bad, in fact. You have to roll 3 more times on the fumble table. If this comes up again, you re-roll.
Well,
Hey, Becca, I'm gonna need you to get back in your car. I'm gonna need you to get back in your car, go somewhere else.
Okay. Let's do one at a time, Becca.
okay.
All right, what was the first, you said roll 3 times? Yeah, roll 3 times.
I rolled a 70.
Hold on. Okay, see, twist wrist, weapon arm incapacitated, drop weapon.
Okay.
So you have to pick up your weapon, but otherwise that's fine. That was your second attack, so you still have your offhand, so that's fine. What's the next one, Becca?
A 100.
Oh,
Which is disastrous. Roll 3 times on the fumble table. If this comes up again, add 2 more rolls.
Okay, so now we're sitting at 6 rolls on the fumble table.
Christ
So
almighty.
roll number 3. Go ahead.
I rolled number 3 was a 73.
73. Wrong move. Opponent's next attack is at +4 to hit.
He won't live, but that's fine.
So you go to attack him, and like you just happen to hit or try to hit in a way that turns his body so that he's leaning into his next attack. All right. Now, the first of the 100. Go ahead.
3 more. God damn it.
62.
62. Weapon disarmed by opponent and thrown d20 feet in a random direction. All right, so as you
The fuck?
as you make him turn, increasing the potency of his next attack, he accidentally kicks your sword, your defender's sword, the emerald one, away from you 7 feet, and it goes.
Sorry, but with the 70, he already dropped the weapon.
I know that's what
Yeah,
I'm describing. He
he-
kicked it.
Yeah,
He
okay.
kicked it away.
So he kicks it 7 feet. Hold on, I'm trying to remember. Okay, northeast, north, northeast, east, southeast. He kicks it southeast, so kind of like behind him, away from you, but you can easily walk to it and get it. So far we're okay. So go ahead and roll 2 more times, please.
89.
You're, I hate to say this to you. I'm so sorry, but you are in fact a useless moron.
Yeah, that's true.
You have hit yourself and you're dealing double damage and you're stunned for 1 round. If you fail the check, I believe, right?
Yeah. So go ahead and do a Constitution save. DC 10.
Well, it's not.
Damn, this is Kirky's no good, very bad day.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I get home and shit happens. A 16.
Okay, so you're not stunned, but that is the first time I've ever seen that. So good news, you dropped your weapon. So you hit yourself for normal damage. You accidentally punch yourself by dropping your weapon, and then you go to pull back away from him, backhanding yourself a little bit. But the good news is you only do 1 point of damage plus your strength. So Jesus, what are you? So you do
3 points of damage.
Yeah, 3 points of bludgeoning damage to yourself. You hit yourself in the lip, you bleed a little bit, kind of hit your tooth. But otherwise, you're good. You have 1 more roll.
1 more.
Yeah. I got 1 more. We're fumbling around. 78.
78's embarrassing. An armor piece is knocked off. You lose 2 armor class until it's fixed.
Woo! We're dropping down to 16.
Wow.
Having a bad
Lord.
day, man.
So Kiriki, what broke?
Well, the only armor she wears is a chest plate.
So
Yeah, it's got a +1 breastplate.
All right, so the strap broke a little bit, making it kind of dangle, not quite covering her chest as much as she wants, or the shoulders or anything. That's
Yeah.
rough.
So
in all, it's not too bad. I mean, you only
Worse.
took 3 damage, dropped the sword,
Yeah.
had it kicked, but it wasn't far away from you, so you can easily, next round, pick up your sword and keep using it by just moving a little bit. The only thing that might or might not matter is the -2 to armor until it gets repaired, because Andrak was the repairer. I don't know what you guys got, but we'll find out. Next, Nefeli. This is the first time you see Kiriki charge a demon, and it did not go great. Oh, I'm sorry, Kiriki, your bonus action attack. Did you want to use it?
yeah, I rolled a 15.
Oh, okay. So you hit against his kind of kelp and barnacle hide, but it didn't quite get through.
Quick question: Is he being flanked by Malachi or Castor?
No.
Okay,
You have to be
I just had to
on the
know.
exact opposite side.
got it.
Sorry. When you go pick up your sword, he'll be flanking. All right. Sorry. Nefeli, what would you like to do?
From my understanding, the next round is without them attacking us yet, right?
That is the surprise round, which you're in right now. You're just the last one to go. And then the next round will be the official first round. And then that's when they will start being able to go.
Okay. Considering that the demon they're currently attacking, I assume, looks rather fucked up, I'm going to, just in case, attack the other one with Frostbite, which is a cantrip
Mhm.
that causes damage, obviously, but if the target loses a Constitution saving throw, to be exact, they have disadvantage on the next weapon attack roll it makes before the end of its turn. So that in case they fumble all the rolls, Kiriki isn't, like, completely fucked.
That's actually really good to do. So very, 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 very good. All right. So if you would like to go ahead and roll to hit.
It's a con saving throw, I think.
Oh, that's it?
Yeah.
It just there's no to hit, that's it?
Yeah.
Oh, all right. That's cool. Con saving throw. Let's see if demons are pretty decent at this. Oh yeah. That is a 24.
Mate. Ay.
I guess that saves. Cool.
Yeah. I'm just checking. Just in case. Damn it. Okay, that's the end of my turn. Failed again.
So he takes no damage at all on a successful save. All right. Yeah, you hit him with this, and the frost seems to come over him a little bit as he's reaching down to pick up a rock, and he just like stands back up and starts looking at himself. And then he turns around and starts looking around. He's like, "Oh, we're fighting. Whoops." And that brings us to the top of round 1. Malachi, it is your turn. The one in front of you looks fucked up. And Kiriki's like swinging around, dancing a little bit with her sword on the ground, get kicked away by a demon.
Malachi looks over at Kiriki with an eyebrow raised and just like, get it together, Kiri. He's going to take a single slash at this guy, see if we could just kill him outright first before I move on here. Does a 27 hit this guy?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
The barnacles don't block that.
No, that's 32 points of damage, as I assume that kills him.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Malachi looks over and says that, reaches up, just takes the sword and drags it across the thing's throat, and then moves. After it has fallen to the ground, he's going to sprint up to be about 10 feet away from the next demon. That's as far as he can get this round. It's an action for me to change to my scythe, so I don't have reach for my second attack, unfortunately. But, yep, that's all. That's all I got for now.
Alrighty. 10 feet away from this thing. Castor, it is your turn. You're beside Kiriki. The one in front of you has died. The one that you booped.
Alright. I will move 30 feet. And I will cast Thorn Whip at the other one. 16?
A 16 is exactly its AC.
Alright, good.
Once again, we have narrowed down the exact AC of a monster.
It deals a spectacular 9 points of damage.
Nice.
6.
Hell yeah.
And I will pull it 5 feet more, so make it next to Malachi.
Oh,
5 feet closer to me.
Oh man, if I had my scythe, that would be so cool.
Yeah. It wouldn't
It
work
doesn't
for attack of
provoke.
opportunity.
Oh yeah, because he's
Forced.
being
Forced to be,
dragged. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, so Malachi, you're standing there, you run up to this thing, have your sword out ready to fight. You see this whip come past you, pull it closer, and then it kind of looks down at the whip, looks up at you, and then you see the chain drop to its side, and it gets ready to attack you. Castor, is there anything else you'd like to do?
No, that's it.
All right. So, demon number 2, who I shall now name
Gary.
Gary, is
Oh my
a good
God.
name.
I
like
was
it.
literally just thinking Gary. That was so crazy.
All right.
Crazy. I was thinking Larry.
Oh my God.
It's getting weird, people.
We're in each other's minds.
So, he's not close enough to the water to do what he can do. Gary, this chain drops to his side, and he is just going to try to strike you with it, or lash at you with it, you could say.
Mm-hmm.
Does a 20 hit? Not natural.
It does.
All right. So you're going to take 11 points of slashing damage as this chain is sharp and strikes you. And can you please make a strength saving throw?
Ooh, a strength saving throw.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Not terrible at these, but I'm not the best at these either. That is a 16.
All right, a 16. So you are not held by the chain. So he's going to try to lash at you again with it. An 18 to hit.
An 18 misses.
All right. So he hits you, tries to wrap this chain around you, but you easily slip out of it. And he tries to kind of bring it up and slap at you again, or slash at you again with it. And you just kind of step to the side as it comes so close to you, but just misses. And then he just roars out in abyssal, "Die!"
No.
Fair enough.
No, you.
No, you. All right, Kiriki, you are 7 feet away from your sword. And your +1 breastplate's a little loose on your shoulders.
That's a problem for later. Which direction did my sword go to?
Southeast. So if you go just past the demon's corpse, where he has throat cut, you can
It's like kind of this area.
Damn it, I scrolled out and now I can't find this on the map.
Right here.
This map is janky.
Yep.
Yes, fuck you, Todd, and your map. Kiriki's gonna walk over, pick up her sword. Yeah, that was pity. I don't think I even have enough movement to get to the guy after. No, I don't.
If only you had gotten the mobile feat, you'd have +10 to your movement speed.
Yeah, but I took tough instead. So
We wanted her to take tough, to be clear.
to be fair, it was necessary. Yeah. Is this the demon on the ground a medium creature?
Shit. Yes.
Perfect. All right. Bonus action, Kiriki is going to steal the blood from this demon to cast her spell.
That's
and I'm
creepy.
going. Yeah, and good thing because it being the amount of blood I can draw, I'm going to upcast it. I'm going to
Hell yeah.
upcast Blood Spear at level 3 by using this demon's blood instead of my own. 8. Nice. Okay. I see you. Okay. To strike at it with the spear, she draws the blood from the creature and then eats it.
Let's see what you got. Natural 1, hit Malachi. I see it coming.
Oh, please. 11.
Unfortunately, 11 just sails past him and Malachi. Maybe you're trying not to hit him. Maybe you're being too careful now because of the previous turn.
Maybe
Jeez.
I'm just whiffing.
You need to turn your bot back on.
Okay, I'll do that. Fortunately, that is my whole turn.
All right. Do you want to move closer so that next turn you don't have a problem?
Yeah.
Okay.
I will get. How far can I get? Because this was 10 feet, so I can get there. All right, about there.
All right. So you run up to be just behind Malachi.
Yep.
Nefeli, you're on the roof. You still see all this. You're about 35 feet away from him. You want to do some frosty biting again?
Considering this demon is indeed of a weapon-wielding variety, I'm gonna have another try at frostbite. So I'd like the demon to make a Constitution saving throw.
You know what? Because I like you, I'm going to do what you say, and he is going to make a Constitution saving throw. And when I say make,
Is that how it
I
works?
mean he's going to pass. That's a 23 this time.
Don't have shit in Detroit.
What?
Nothing.
Bro, we've all been there, dude. I know exactly how you're feeling.
Nefeli is just going to make upside down smile and let the pros handle it.
You have been tortured and strapped down for a long time, so I wouldn't say it's that difficult for somebody to get back into things. Like, just take some time. You're just warming up.
Yeah, sure. I'm going to just take a few steps to the side, and that's it for me.
Yeah. Next turn, leap off the roof, dagger out, stab him in the eye.
From the roof. Sounds like something I would do, quite honestly.
Show me. Malachi, it's your turn. Round 2. Fight.
He's right in front of me, which is bad for him and good for me.
Yeah? Yeah? You think so? Yeah? Show me what you got, punk.
Mm-hmm.
See what you got.
Does 28 hit?
Oh, man. Yeah.
Okay.
But
cool.
you can't do it again.
Well, how about a 22 then?
Oh, man. Yeah.
I mean, theoretically, I did not do it again because it wasn't another 28. So I'll let you have that one. You win approximately 60 points of damage.
Again? That's the exact same amount you did last time.
I think that's my average, going to be honest with you.
That's not good. That's way too high. He looks hurt. Very, 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 very hurt.
As Malachi, as the whip pulls this thing within 10 feet of him, and then Malachi watches a blood spear kind of soar over his shoulder, he kind of flinches a little bit and then sees this frost build up, and then it doesn't seem to do anything to him, to the monster, and then he kind of like blinks heavily and he's like, fuck this, you're gonna die now. He takes 2 long swings just across his chest in like an X shape, cutting into him deeply.
All right. Castor, it is your turn. It is hurt, but not quite near death. So you're going to have to do something a little more substantial or heal Malachi, which is what you do.
Are you really that hurt that you need healing, Malachi?
What?
Huh? Are you really that hurt that you need healing?
Am I that hurt? Let me check. Let me get back to you on that.
Let me see.
Yeah, no, I'm kind of hurt. I'm not bloodied quite, but I'm pretty rough.
Well, you could take one more attack, surely.
Surely, yes.
I could take probably 2 or 3, honestly. I mean, this guy didn't hit me that
I'll just flank him for you.
Oh, perfect. I doubt he'll survive to my next turn, but, I appreciate it.
Although, no, you know what? You're absolutely... So, then I will move so that Kiriki can flank him.
Okay. So you run up anticipating.
Or... Actually, I will do my attack first while flanking him and then take another 5-foot step. That will be the optimal, I think.
That is pretty optimized, brother.
Remind me, what is the bonuses of flanking?
+2.
Well, it's not really that. A 19.
A 19 will hit, yes, sir.
I'm doing great. The bonkage.
All right, so you go behind him, flanking with Malachi, and then you step to your right afterwards.
And I do the minimum of 8 points of damage.
Hey, damage is damage. I mean,
damage is damage.
It all adds up in the end.
Damage. Yeah, and that would be my turn.
All right. At the end of your turn, it is the demon's turn. He looks at you, Malachi, and he growls as he gets ready to swing at you. And he picks this chain up, and he does swing down at you. But as he does, he growls an abyssal. And Castor, you can hear this deep guttural speech. Same with you, Kiriki. This deep guttural speech of the demons that they talk. And the demon says to you, Malachi,
I'm only here so I don't get tortured in the abyss.
And then he swings at you.
Then he swings at you.
18 to hit.
18 will miss.
All right. He goes,
I have to kill you. I'm sorry.
And then he swings up with a 14 to hit.
It's a second miss. As Malachi sidesteps these chains for these 2 attacks from the chains, and this guy is talking to him in Abyssal, Malachi replies, I understand. Really, I do. But I do actually have to kill you as well. I'm so sorry about this.
Yeah. And Castor, you hear Malachi uses deep guttural speech back to him, but you just don't know what they're saying.
Just carrying a conversation with this guy.
I'm used to it by now.
Kiriki, why don't you go up there and show us a proper Kiriki turn? Quit fucking around, kill him.
Oh, why you have to go and jinx me?
No. When Todd speaks shit, it always goes good for us. This is good for us.
No, he wasn't talking shit. He was trying to encourage me.
Oh, wait. Yeah, you're right. Fuck you, Todd.
Oh,
You suck, Todd.
fuck, not again.
Just bullied by your players.
It's got to happen.
Yeah. Kiriki, not at all upset by the amounts of shit she's been doing this entire fight. She runs up right beside Malachi and swings. That's a 19 for the first hit.
That'll hit.
Yeah. Let's see if I can do more damage. I'm actually going to swing again. That's a 28 for the next hit.
Oh, yeah, that'll do.
Is he looking rough?
He's pretty fucking rough, yeah.
I see. That's a lot of... Boop. That is 27 points of slashing damage for the first 2 swings.
Okay.
Is he still standing? Yeah.
He had 25 hit points. So
Yeah.
your sword comes down
There's the
twice.
redemption.
And how does it look as Kiriki kills him?
Yeah, Kiriki comes running up after fumbling this entire time, like, gets, like, a little frustrated, and the angrier Kiriki gets, the better she fights. She runs up
Believable.
beside
It does
him
seem to be something.
and just, yeah, she slashes him, and then, like, jabs her fucking sword into his side, like, into his stomach, and then goes up.
Ooh.
Annoyed. And just for funsies, bonus action, I'm not gonna roll it, but she does stab him with her other sword.
All right. I guess good job, you murderous woman.
Yeah.
As the body drops to the ground, Malachi looks over at Kiriki, puts a hand on her shoulder. You good?
What? No. This sucks. Fucking bullshit.
Yeah, it looked like that thing gave you a little bit of a hard time.
I think I just... And she'll, like, look down. My fucking sandal is untied. And she'll, like, adjust her sandal.
We did all that planning. We really need to get used to checking our equipment before we run out into a fight. And that's not important. Castor, are you okay?
Top.
Where's,
Do you need me to tend to your wounds?
honestly, it would be helpful if we're going to fight more of these things. That one hit me with the chain, which hurt quite badly, actually, for a chain.
Can I
Inspect,
take a second? Go ahead.
inspecting the chain, you can see that it looks like it was filed a little bit, or at least made to be kind of rigid and sharp on the end of it.
I will use 2 level 1 cures,
Yay.
and you will heal 22 hit points.
Thank you, sir. That's got me more than 3/4 of the way up, so that's plenty.
Can we take a second for me to try to take a swing at repairing my armor?
Yeah. What do you want to use? What do you got? What does anybody got? Wait, let me cut to the chase. Does anybody have mending?
No mending, but I do have a medicine kit, which probably has some thread in it for sealing wounds. I mean, it could be used to quickly sew together a piece of leather.
So here's the issue we have here is it's a magical item. So the magic will actually, it'll heal itself over a long rest. It's just something that magic items seem to do. But you guys haven't really had to deal with that yet. But with mundane sewing kits, you would not be able to repair the 2 AC. If you had mending, because it's a magical mending, then you could probably do it. If you had somebody who had smithing, you could probably do it.
Is mending
Cantrip.
a spell, right?
Yes.
It's a cantrip. Fuck.
Cantrips.
You seem to have... You got a little... He, like, points at the strap that's hanging off.
You don't think I'm aware?
I mean, I don't know. What going to happen on a fight? I wasn't sure if you'd noticed yet.
I could feel the armor shifted, Malachi.
Oh, man. Good point.
All right. Let's go find other things to kill before I'm, dying from loss of armor or some stupid ass shit.
I've come to find that if you stay close enough to Castor, you'll never die.
I shouldn't burden Castor when he's already burdened by you.
I was going to say, well, he's doing it, so, but okay.
Speaking of burdens,
That's rude.
I was going to say where the next suite of enemies might be. What did you think I was going to say?
I don't know.
So,
I was kind of expecting a roast at me.
Damn.
Oh.
Yeah. That's what I thought was going.
That's just mean. I don't know why you would say that about her. She's new.
Yeah. Kevin, what the fuck?
It's just... Okay, so Castor, you would know that north of the temple, there are two demons. They're decently spaced away from each other. It looks like there was one on kind of the south side and one on the north side of the wooden palisade walls that surround the city. Or if you want to go to the west side of the temple, there's not any besides the ones that are roaming the kind of roadways. And then there's one in one of the barley fields. But just inside the southwest gate, there was 3 standing there. So you would have to fight those 3 probably at once.
Malachi will look up behind him to the roof and see if he can spot Nefeli. If she's trying to make her way down, he realized that she flew up there somehow, so he's anticipating she knows how to fly back down, but he's trying to keep track of her.
Would there be a pathway for me to get across the rooftop so I don't have to fly again?
No, just air. There was no ladders or anything on these buildings, so nobody was expected to be on top of them.
Okay, so... how tall is this building?
It is 10 feet tall.
Would just normally jumping down break my shins?
I'm going to have you do an acrobatics check. DC 10. If you roll below a 10, you're going to take 1d6 bludgeoning damage.
Sure. I've got a 17.
All right.
Hell yeah.
So you kind of hop down and you let your legs kind of give way as you land, bracing yourself and give yourself a bit of a cushion. And then you see everybody standing there.
So, next fight, do we do it the same?
What?
I mean, I go up the roof, you ambush them.
Oh, you're asking if we're going to do the same tactic. Well, which ones are we going after next? Are we going to make our way up through the north side of the city and try and find out where they may be holding prisoners first?
Like I said, you're the warriors. You know the strategy.
Yeah, no, that was more of an open question to the group, but I just don't want to make any decisions for us.
Let me think.
You're the one who saw the area, Castor, and you're the wisest among us, so I am actually kind of hoping for your input on this.
So what is our end goal? To go to where the crystals are and the big fellows in the water?
You think
And
it
the
would be...
rest-
Yes.
And rescue the imprisoned soldiers.
Well, I would say we can move to the west of the temple, along the river. Then we will face a couple of demons on the west side of the walls of the palisades.
Okay.
Theoretically, if they're still there. And then we would have moved closer and avoided some of the demons that are near the open barley fields. So I think sticking to the west might be a better option.
Sounds good. Let's get going. Malachi is going to, once again, taking up a crouched position, trying to be quiet as they make their way along. Move in the direction that Castor recommended, which is, he said to the right of the building over there on the left. Or to the right, that's way. Yes.
So follow me.
On the right over there to
I
the
will.
left. What?
On the right to the left, or the right of the left.
By the way, that's
Sorry.
east. Are y'all wanting to go west or east?
Oh, did I say west? I meant east. I'm sorry.
Okay. No, I don't mind.
I thought you meant west.
You said west, and then I'm watching you guys move east, and I was like, okay.
I will follow Castor. He seems to know where the fuck he's going.
If this was a movie, I would be played by Leslie Nielsen.
That would be a great movie. I'd watch the hell out of that.
Yeah.
We're going to be sneaking as well, if you want us to roll stealth check.
Go ahead and roll stealth checks as you go between the temple and the river, approaching the stoa that is kind of going horizontal east and west along that pathway that people go inside to sleep. And you can see there's windows lining this place, and there's a doorway on either side of this long, skinny building, and it is open. But the building itself doesn't look that wide. It only looks about 15 feet wide. But as you kind of get around the temple and you look to your left and actually see, it is roughly 130 feet long. So it is quite a long building. What did you get for your stealth checks?
I got a 32.
Okay.
I'm
With a plus
afraid-
10, remember.
Oh, okay. In that case, I've got 19.
Okay.
31.
I was about to say that, unfortunately, the clapping of my cheeks is alert to the nearby enemies.
They drop their weapons. They have disadvantage. 31. Jesus.
Working with this reaction.
Malachi, did you give me yours yet?
No,
Okay, you probably have no need, but let's just, you know what? Fuck it. Why not? Go ahead.
it's a 16.
Holy Jesus.
I rolled a 2.
All right, so your average is 24. 10 above, they're fucking passives. So
Okay,
whatever
cool.
you want to do, go for it. As you get around this long building and you look northward across the roadway that seems to head east towards the shore going somewhere else to the base of the Rocky Hills over there, you can see that there is one around the corner to the right or left side, or I'm sorry, to the right or the east side of the wood walls, roughly 75 feet from this building. So if you do not have ranged, a surprise attack may not benefit you too much.
I think we're all fairly adequate with ranged things, but that's good to know. And Castor, you're still leading us, so you get to choose where we're walking here at this point.
Yeah, we're walking here.
Before you go too far, you are out in the open, and it's daylight.
Yes.
It's almost noon. So if you stay out in the open, then I will severely hinder your stealth check.
I'll severely hinder your
So
legs.
I'm sitting next to this stoa because it offers a little bit of cover, and then I point straight ahead because we see that demon, right?
Yes, sir.
Right out in the open. So that's one of the two demons I saw on the east side of the encampment, and then I point at the walls that we can see as well. So this is the eastern part of the encampment, and if we follow this wall, it will take us to the shore and the big fella.
Okay. Might be a good idea to move around towards the west side of the building and see if we can find an entry point. That might be where they're keeping the prisoners.
So if we follow this wall westward, we will go to the main entrance. And there it is guarded, and there are demons over there. If we follow the wall eastward towards the water, it is the other side, the other entrance to the encampment. And then we will have the big fellow in the water and the back entrance to the encampment, which is a bit less guarded. But I think that once we enter either way, it's not a big encampment. They will be upon us quite soon.
I'm torn because honestly, I feel like we're going to end up fighting this large creature anyways. We might as well just get it over with.
No. I don't want to be surrounded by demons while this creature fucking, almost kills us.
Also,
So what do you propose?
And Nephili, you said that the prisoners here were soldiers. There's a chance that if we free them first, they might be able to aid us in our fight.
Problem is, I'm not sure whether they have any weapons at hand.
Or any energy to fight.
What is your idea?
I don't really have an idea. I just don't think that a group of traumatized, fist-fighting soldiers from all around Greece are going to be much of a help to you unless you're planning to use them as a meat shield.
That was just what I was thinking too, considering we don't know the condition of these fighters. We would just be throwing them at the demons and hoping that they do a little damage and die in the process is the only thing that this essentially is what we'd be doing.
Malachi furrows his brow a little bit, realizing that he's kind of thinking about the fact that he's absolutely sent soldiers into fights they should not be able to win because they were tired in the past. And he just kind of like shakes his head a little bit. Yeah, that's a good point. Regardless, it might be best if we whittle down some more forces and then take to the large one at the end. Perhaps we could sneak up, do the same thing to these two ahead of us, and then make our way westward into the main square. Enter in through there, see if we could find the prisoners, get them freed, and then set our sights on the large creature. Does that sound good?
Sounds good.
Yep.
Sure.
Yeah, I'm alright with it.
There's quite an expanse of open terrain. There's much more likely they're going to see us coming this time, so be quick. We may need to launch some attacks from a distance before we get to them.
I mean, I could summon a fog to blind them. We could move with the fog.
Yeah. Will the fog blind us too?
I mean, yeah, but if we roughly know the distance we should do, it should still give us an advantage.
I fought blind before. Could do it again.
What kind of fog is this?
A thick one?
Wonderful answer.
Is it something you can move with you?
I could technically cast it twice or however much we need to.
It's a stationary fog. Once it's cast, though, I think is what Kiriki is asking.
Yeah, it stays for a bit, but then I have to resummon it along with us.
Right. It just seems like how big of a fog it is.
Around 20 feet. I could just, cast it directly on the nearest one. We handle him. Then, once we deal with him, I cast it again at the second one.
I can get Kiriki and I directly next to one of them, the one that's farther away. Without having to move too fast, we would still get the jump on him. That would leave the one closer to you in Castor. And we'd be quite a distance away from you, but it's an option.
I mean, official decision is ultimately up to you.
Do they have range? I can't remember.
They have long-ass chains. I don't know how far away they can hit with them. We haven't seen them do anything else. We killed the other ones before they really had a chance to show off any abilities.
Nefeli, in your time here, do you think they would call for help?
I don't recall any situation where there was much of a fight from our side. We were all too terrified to even try anything funny with them.
Here's what I propose. I think the demon up at the farther side will probably move closer. If Malachi and I jump on and attack the one in front of us, get closer, jump it, the other one will come towards us and then we can take it out. And hope that it doesn't call for help. We were in a couple of rounds with those other ones. They didn't seem eager, nor did they sound any alarms.
Just in case, I can summon a sort of a bubble that mutes every sound. So if they sound an alarm, I can just shut him up.
Got it.
Sounds like a plan.
I believe so.
Do you have any objections?
Well,
No,
you
we won't
saved
know
my
until we
life.
try.
Sorry, what did you say, Nepheli?
Well, you've saved my life. Twice. So I trust you.
Malachi
Bold, but
gives
okay.
like a nod. I've started
All right.
learning to trust people for less, so that's fine with me.
All right, we'll jump the first one, and then the other one will come closer, and we should hopefully, within just a few tries, be able to get down the first one, and then focus the second one before it calls for help. If it calls for help.
Are we running in, Kiri, or do you want to get there quickly?
I was hoping you'd get us there quickly so that we could use a surprise round.
Okay.
Surprise it. Not a surprise round.
Yes.
Is it a bonus action? Is it a bonus for you, or is it the whole action to teleport?
It takes a significant amount of concentration. I don't think I'll be able to get a swing on him before he has time to react. AKA, it's an action.
Then maybe I should teleport us in because you do more damage.
Do you have a number of charges left in your mask?
I have 2. As
Okay.
long as I use 1, I can actually get Castor and Nepheli with us too. All of us in that one group jump him and then move on to the next one. But I will save the charges of the mask. 1 more charge of the mask just in case.
Good. Let's do that.
All right.
So you're teleporting to the demon and then going to kick his ass?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, Kiriki's going to teleport them. Malachi is going to kick his ass.
Okay, so no
There you
fog.
No
No
fog.
fog. Todd sitting there loading up his fog mechanics.
Yeah. It's fine, I deleted it.
Were you even listening, or were you too busy trying to find fog mechanics?
I am always listening, but yes, I was too busy trying to find fog mechanics.
That's what I thought. Okay.
Hey, good on you for
Okay.
being with it.
Yeah. All right, so go ahead and roll initiative if you would, please.
I would.
What if we don't
please.
want to?
Then you can sit the fight out, and they won't be teleported, and they will probably die on their way to the demon. But I don't want to judge you or tell you how to live your life.
Fair.
Ooh. Ooh.
Thanks for not making me feel so bad, Castor.
No problem.
All right, Malachi, how did you do?
A whopping 13 for old Malachi.
Nice, Castor.
And
Uh-oh. What's your initiative bonus? Or what's your initiative bonus?
+3 in my dexterity.
Okay. Kirky, what'd you get?
23.
Damn. Nepheli?
20.
Nice. All right. So Kirky, boop. You teleport everybody. So everybody's standing around Kirky. That has to happen.
Mhm.
So we're gonna have you grouped up a little bit, and then we're just gonna move you all at once. Kirky, it is your turn. You teleport them in, swords out, ready to go. What do you want to do?
I
Negotiate.
use my action to attack, or to teleport.
Well, we can say you teleported and you're ready to fight. So you
Okay.
teleport in, and we'll just start fresh.
Okay, so I didn't have to use my surprise round to teleport.
You're good.
Woo! Kiriki teleports in, and then immediately moves around this side of this dude, flanking him,
Oh,
This guy's so fucked.
and then swinging.
natural 1.
Don't do this to me. I don't want to do that again.
You cannot do as bad as you did before. Like that's never happened. That's impossible.
You say that, but I could. God, imagine if we were rolling stats. That would have been great. Dude, I'm fumbling. That's a 23 for the first hit.
Yes, ma'am. That will hit.
As a 31 for the second hit. Not even an natural 20.
Sheesh.
Yeah.
And then offhand at 12.
Unfortunately, the one that normally crits does not quite get there.
That's all right. So You watch as Kiriki, like, teleports everyone in, like, it's a red, like, mist almost. And then you guys land. And it leaves, like, a metallic taste in your mouth. Not great. And she darts around and, like, immediately slashes the guy twice in the back. Before he even realizes that they were there.
Let's see how you do.
Yeah, let's see. 21 slashing damage, and can he make a Constitution saving throw?
Did you mean to say 21?
I meant to say 22.
Okay.
That one in the little thing right there tripped me up. So 22 slashing damage.
All right, con saving throw. Let me minus his hit points real quick. First things first. And then, easy peasy. Damn it. I got a natural 4, so I'm assuming there's a pool of blood of some kind?
Yeah, so, like, as she slashes, the blood, like, leaks out of him and, like, lands under his feet.
So there is a pool of blood under him. And is there anything else you would like to do?
No, that is the end of my turn.
Okay. Nepheli, you are next. This guy has yet to react. You guys just appeared.
Question. Considering that he's got Kyriaki in front of him and Malachi to the back, if I cast Lightning Lure, which is an electric equivalent of Thorn Whip, if I yoinked him, would he trigger opportunity attacks from Kyriaki and Malachi?
No. You don't get opportunity attacks on forced movement. Like if Kyriaki pushed him 10 feet, then Malachi would not get an attack of opportunity.
How roughed up does he already look?
Not really roughed up. He took a pretty good hit, 2 hits from her, but he still looks pretty good to go.
Okay, in that case, I'd like to cast a 2nd level Witch Bolt and just latch onto him.
Nice.
All right. If you would please, roll to hit.
But of course, I'll accidentally roll twice. 15.
Unfortunately, a 15 will not hit.
I'm going to log myself off the server of Earth. Okay. I'm going to.
Hey, at least you didn't have to roll 6 fumble table rolls, okay? You could be doing worse.
I'm going to. Feeling pathetic, I'm going to fly 10 feet away from there, hiding my shame.
All right. It is a very open, grassy field, so you cannot hide from your shame. Everybody's staring at you. The sun is shining. You feel almost like a spotlight on you as you fail to hit yet again.
Damn.
I'm just kidding with you.
Rub it in, why don't you?
So you fly away 10 feet?
Yeah.
Which direction did you want to fly, Nepheli? So roughly 15 feet in front of you, in front and to the left 5 feet, is the demon itself. 10 feet away from you is Malachi. On the other side of him directly is Kiriki. And directly to your left is Castor.
So just east in that case.
All right. So you fly to the east, 10 feet away from Castor, getting some space between you and this demonic fucker.
It's frickin' sick, yeah.
Yep.
All right.
Malachi?
I'm sorry?
Was that a Sean Connery impression?
No, as a TikToker.
Malachi, it is your turn. What would you like to do?
Oh, take a guess.
You're going to negotiate.
I mean, if negotiations are done with the blade of my sword, then yes. I'm going to attack him twice. Give him the old 1-2. I'm flanking with Kiriki, which means I get to add 2 to this attack. To both of these attacks, actually.
Is that plus 14 to hit now?
Mm-hmm. So the first one is going to be a 29 to hit.
A 29 will hit, yes, sir.
Okie dokie. And how does a natural 20 for a total of 34 sound to you, Todd?
Fuck.
You broke Todd.
Stunned. Stunned is what he is.
All right. First damage. I'll just roll the first damage.
Do you want me to tell you how many hit points he has? Just see if you can do it.
Oh, I'm guaranteed I'm going to do it. But yeah, go ahead and tell me.
80 hit points.
Oh, yeah. that's going to be chump change. Okay, let's see here.
All right.
First attack.
See what you got.
Does 26.
Not balls.
And the second one, oh my goodness, I'm going to have to see. Scythe crit. Boom, boom, boom. And it's 53 points of damage for the second attack. So I'm 1 point off. Let's see how I do on my D100, because this might just do it here.
It is a slashing weapon from what I remember.
That is correct. That's a 30.
A 30. Double damage. So you do 106 points of damage to this fool. That's
so
ridiculous.
We bamf in there. Kirky hits him real hard. Nephili tries to make her attack and then flies a little bit to the right. And then Malachi just looks at this thing and says, I'm so tired of killing you fuckers. Just takes the sword and slashes him across his chest, like his upper chest from shoulder to shoulder. And then in the same movement, pulls his sword back and then just takes it and stabs him right through the top of his head. And then manually thrusts the body to the ground, looking up at the next one that's away from them.
Yeah, as that body falls, you see that one has already noticed you guys. And as that one falls, you see past him over his shoulder, this other one, this demon, horns up, orange yellow eyes staring at you in this daylight, his silhouette on the ground just dark as shit as he starts charging at you. But we're going to continue this next week.